Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. Today we got the new mono black skeletons list. This is a list I piloted to 73% win rate. So I gotta say the improvements are immense here. Currently, this actually is the highest rated list on Untapped, above even the Orzhov skeletons list. So you're definitely gonna want to check out the gameplay on this one and watch through the whole video. The big changes here are Feed the Swarm, being for the removal. Really nice because it gets rid of those pesky enchantments like Shelter by Ghosts and allow you to get your stuff back. We also have the Sunset Saboteur, not a skeleton, but this is a heavy hitter. They're going to want to try to get rid of this right away because it has a lot of damage going in really quickly. They're not going to be able to benefit from those +1/+1 counters too often. And even if you're throwing those counters on things, your skeletons are most likely too large to even make it matter for them to block successfully with, because you're just going to mow over them anyways. We also have the two of the Faller's Faithful. This is nice because it's removal built into a body. That ability on there where they get to draw 2 cards really doesn't even come into play too often, because this is such a fast deck that you're going to be doing way too much damage. For them having extra cards, they're just not going to be able to cast all those cards that they're going to have in their hand anyways. That's why this is so beneficial to have run in the deck. It's just another body to get those extra points of damage in at the end of the game. So all in all, pretty good. One other little change here, we also have 2 of the Conduit Pylons. The only reason they're really in here is because you're doing 2 surveils. This does help you be able to find what you're looking for, most likely the Corpses of the Lost, but it also comes into play untapped. So there's only 2 of them in there, so you'll always have swamps most likely, so it really doesn't matter for this, but it also just gives you that extra ability of surveil. Before we get into the gameplay, please hit that subscribe button. Post daily videos for everybody. So if you want to see the content every day to your computer screen, subscribe to the channel. Also, if you could like and comment on the video, really appreciate it. And let's get into the gameplay. Really want to see how this deck performs. Like I said, 73% win rate. Let's go. All right. Opponent goes first on this. We do have 2 land. We got the Miners. We also have a Saboteur, which is awesome. Tragic. Helps us remove anything that can get a counter. Let's keep it. All right. Playing against Rule. The Miner out early. Back in. Get the Saboteur out, since they don't have any creatures out. Being a little mana efficient this way. Next turn, we can choose to either have them sacrifice a creature or destroy a creature, or... Well, that's pretty good too. Let's attack in. We're not going to do the Culler. We're going to do Case, followed by the Miner. There we go. It's a good thing we didn't do the Culler. This turn, we will do the Culler. What's the chances they have 2 fire magic? We'll go all in here. Alright, down to 10. They do cast a creature. We got the Faithful. Kill their creature. We'll auto pay for that as well. 4. If they do sweep the board, we can just double color and still win the game. Good game. All right, we go first. Only thing I'm missing is the 3-drop enchantment, but we'll keep it. Maybe we could draw into it. Saboteur was a better drop. Should have dropped that instead, but I guess it all depends what we draw next turn. Rest in peace, that's fine. Yeah, because we could have been attacking him for 5 there. We still have removal, so that's okay. We're down to 9. They pretty much need a sweep at this point. Alright. Are they just dead here? Good game. Alright, we go first. Hopefully we draw a land. We'll keep it. Are you going to go down a little bit? They kept their full grip. Alright. The Dark Knight out. I think stash into corpse is probably better. Especially with a healer hawk out there. Blue. Alright. Hopefully we draw a land. There we go. To save that for the corpses of the lost. Unless they get another one. That's not going to do it. I think we tiny bones. Actually, now we gotta. That wouldn't be bad to destroy, especially if they have that. Let's do this. We'll keep Saboteur in our hand. Oh, we don't want to do that. We want to do this. Let him block. Down to 1. He has to do a board wipe next turn. We will pay the life. So even the board wipe won't matter. Okay. All right. Good game. Good game. All right, opponent goes first. We'll keep this one. All right, Gorehound. Guess we'll get this out first because they're going to have blockers that can kill this pretty easy, and they don't mind getting rid of. Okay. Let's do tiny bones and a knight. We'll block our tiny bones if we attack in with the insect or the cat. So maybe we hold off on that. Although we can get Corpse of the Lost back to our hand if we do it that way. Oh, yeah, that I'm okay with. Oh. With her menace, I keep forgetting that. No blocks. So I will let them block the tiny bones. They'll get our Corpses of the Lost back. Hopefully we draw another Forsaken Miner. Or tiny bones. Okay. They must have something to bring it back next turn. Cecil flips, which is nice. Okay, they're going to get all their stuff back here. Do they have enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they do. That's unfortunate. If we would have drew another Forsaken Miner, we could have won that. Oh, they don't have it. Well, that was a surprise. Good game. Man, another one where the opponent goes first. We'll keep it. We're going to get the Dark Knight out right away. Okay, so they're playing their sacrifice deck. I think we just go in for trying to kill him fast here. You can destroy any creature that kind of gets in our way. That's good for us. Interesting. I don't want another Saboteur. I will... We can go down to 14 with that. We can use some tricks with that Tragic with warping it in. So let's get this into play. We'll attack in here. I suppose I could have warped that in and done 2 more damage, but I kind of wanted to save it for this. Okay, now I guess I should have done that. Although we'll see what they do. They don't do anything. So we're just going to get this in. Down to 8. I guess they can sweep the board. I'm going to keep my creature. We'll do this. Let them draw some cards. Warp this in. Now if they sweep the board, we can just attack you with a color. Good game. All right, I go first in this one. It's a little slower, but we do have Corpses of the Lost and the Stash Skeleton, so we'll keep it. Plus we go first, which is great. I haven't had a whole lot of those where we're going first with this deck. Alright, Multiversal Passage. We'll do Corpses of the Lost. Next turn. They're green. So what type of deck are they playing? Selesnya? Alright, good game. Unfortunately, opponent goes first. We'll keep it. Do a Dark Knight into a Saboteur. We do have a lot of removal, so that's good. Alright. Are we playing against the Lessons deck? Kinda looks that way. Yes, we are. Okay, so this is going to be more of a race. They're going to be really pegging off our creatures as well. Put the color out because it has haste. Also doesn't die to that spell that does 1 damage to each creature. They don't have a sweeper other than that 1 damage spell, so I'll drop this next turn. Yep. He had the spell too. And we will cast that. That's about all you can do this turn, huh? Stash Skeleton's not bad. It's a 2-1. That's the only problem there. So what I think I'm going to do is we'll do this. So we don't have 2 2-1s here. Plus we can get the damage in quick while the field is open. Then we can cast this and the Stash Skeleton next turn. If they do create a creature, we can kill off with our stuff. And then attack in with the color. Yep. Didn't expect that one to last. It's nice as they have to discard a card for that. This color's gonna do some work this match. Let's get that out. Stash Skeleton out. Back in. We're down to 8. We'll flip the Dark Knight next turn. Okay, we are looking for our Corpses of the Lost. Okay, they're trying to find their monuments. I mean, that's going to be their payoff, but man. Okay, so you can cast one spell here. They'll kill the Culler. That's fine. Which means they'll take 6 here next turn. They got the Exilent, though. That's the only problem. All right, we'll attack in. We flip the knight. And turn. So they have to kill Cecil this turn. Otherwise, we can kill anything they'd use as a blocker. All right, there's their Cecil. Okay, so any color, yeah, that's fine. So we need to find like see if they have more removal, but we need to find Corpses of the Lost or a Culler next turn for us to win this game. Because this is going to kill us and probably... There's a Grand. We'll kill off Grand. Alright, those 2 cards can win us the game. There we go. Never not have it. Good game. Alright, we go first in this one. This is an interesting one. Saboteurs are very strong, especially if you have some removal to back them up, so we're going to keep this. Miner would have been nice to have on the opening hand. We can double drop next turn. Okay, he can't kill this yet, so... We got a lot of creature spells. I'm not too worried about their... Okay. We're going to feed the Swarm it. Ooh. Let's do feed the Swarm. We're going to take 2 damage there. Oh man, I can't attack with everything, can I? Because he can just win outright. I fed the Swarm the wrong creature. I should have went for the Slasher. I think we'll still do the Tragic here, though. And we get a land, we can attack in. Okay, that's not a big deal. Not a big deal either. We didn't get a land. What do we want to give it to? Probably... first strike, so we're definitely giving it to this one. Both those back. That is fine. Get down to 6. Pickpocket out. Attacking with that. No blocks. Why would he attack with that? Okay, I guess he has first strike there. Oh, 2 creatures. He can bring that back. He's actually in pretty good shape now. So if we attack in, he can double block. And still have first strike, kill that off. First strike, kill that off. Kill that off. I get in for 1 damage. I think we just... no attack it. He has too many first strikers. That's the main issue here. Alright, let's act. It's interesting he discarded to shoot the sheriff to do that. Makes you wonder what his final card is. No block that. He's got to have another removal card, I'm guessing, especially if he threw that. Back. No attack. And turn. I probably could have attacked him with this if I wanted to get a little froggy. We can turn on our sanctuary and then hope that we draw something. It needs menace, so we're not going to block that. Does have another creature. He has to pitch his old one too, which is interesting. Not gonna do it. Should have kept that in my hand. I want them to kill that so that I have the case open. Okay, they all attack in. I can take 2 damage. 3 damage. Did they just throw it? I don't know if they did the math here, unless they have like a land drop here, which can win. All right, we got it. Good game. All right, we will keep this one, and has some removal, has 2 fairly efficient starting creatures. We don't go first, though. That is an issue. Is this an angel deck? No. Okay, we're going to get rid of this right away. We will warp that in, get the extra damage in. Okay, they might have some protections for it this time. Seam rip. All right. Try to get rid of any land. Another color I don't mind. I think we're going to do this. This is a creature heavy. I should have probably done the swarm, to be honest with you, because they're going to have hexproof on their creatures. So, yeah. Case point here, plus it gets around their cards that give it hexproof. Like this, they're going to be able to get around here. Unfortunately. Definitely played that wrong. I should have played this card last turn. Because this gets around the Shardbange Rescue. As long as they don't have a shelter. Okay, we're probably dead next turn. Can attack in, actually, if we don't have removal. With the Saboteur, that is. We can't timeline Culler either. Okay, we need to draw removal next turn. That was a mistake on my part. I could have done 2 more points of damage. I thought I was warping for some reason. Okay, that doesn't kill us. Do they have... 6, 10... Well, we can fire this up. Hope they don't have anything. Forgot about that. I could have attacked in last turn. Bad plays, but we got the game. Good game. All right, we go first on this one. I think we can start with the Forsaken Miner here. We have a little bit of removal, which is nice. Follow it up with the Culler. Got a little creature removal with the Faithful. Nice sleeves. Can get 4 damage in right away. Try to rush these out as fast as possible. Okay, we're okay with that. Alright, they're doing some graveyard shenanigans. We picked up the corpses, which was fantastic. Okay, we got them dead on board now. If they drop a creature, we have the Faithful. There's that one creature that does 3 damage. That's it. But ultimately, oh, all right, we're back. Ultimately, it doesn't matter too much because we have Timeline Culler. Attack in. Good game. All right, opponent goes first on this one. This one's not great. We don't have that many creatures, so we're actually gonna. I mean, I suppose we can removal. Let's do that. We got a lot of removal, so if we're playing against a creature deck, they're gonna be in trouble. It's all sorcery speed removal, though. Corpses Lost is pretty strong on turn 3 here. We are not seeing a lot of action out of them. Could have surveilled on this one. Should have dropped that to surveil. Alright, Corpses Lost. We're going to go aggro. They're going to have a sweeper coming up here, so Corpses Lost is actually pretty good because we can bounce it back to our hand. I guess we can't only if we lost a creature on our turn. Okay, we're going to do the pylons to try to get rid of any land we could draw. Yeah, we already got removal. We just leave it. Yep. And turn. Yes, we will take action on that. Saboteur is going to end up doing quite a bit of damage, so let them counter that. Oh, they don't. All right, we'll attack in with this. See if they have more burn spell. Well, get this out. It's one way to stop it from attacking in. Split up. Takes care of him again, yeah. Yes, another Saboteur. We haven't seen a single creature considering we started with all of these removal spells. Lots of land here. Are they debating whether to kill it or not? I guess so they can't block it. Get another creature into play. We could just do that. We have so much removal. We don't want that to be a blocker next turn. Plus, we'll get a +1/+1 counter on it and can block the miner. Should have dropped our other land. Okay, what do you got? Still attack in. Can only kill one of them. Fine. Down to 7 life, which is very perilous here. The revelations are getting there. We should probably get those out of their bin. Cast this first. Because we don't want them bringing it back with that otter enchantment. Empty their yard. A lot of damage here. 3 damage from that, 4 damage from that. Yeah, good game. All right, love this hand. Let's keep it. Playing against a little life gain. Get our skellies down. Keep their life total low. We'll do corpses lost into corpses lost. That's fine. Gain quite a bit of life with that, but so be it. We're going to be able to bump everything up next turn. They're going to drop a creature. So far, they'll gain 2. They got to cast a creature. Okay, they'll gain quite a bit more. It's actually very good. We need removal for this. That actually pumps all their creatures as well. We just never drew our other removal, which is unfortunate. So we'll flip. We'll be below 28. They're going to probably block here, but it's end up killing their creature. There we go. Now we can gain life when attacking in. Shelter's pretty strong. Dang it. which didn't draw any removal. So be it. Good game. Opponent goes first on this one. We do have 1, 2, 3. Double spell on turn 3. Get this down early. Badgermole Cub. Love to see our removal, but we don't have it, unfortunately. Saboteur is a lot worse in a deck like this because they're always going to have creatures, it seems. We can just haste this out for now. We want to try to keep their creatures at 2/2s or lower. We can Tiny Bones and Culler next turn. Earth King, okay. Now we kind of need removal. So they're playing an Ugin deck, I think. Could be wrong, but I think they are. That's a bad removal. Yeah, we're just in kind of trouble here. Guess we just try to unload our hand here. No attacks. Okay, they're putting it on the secret tunnel. They attack you with the 4/4, we'll block with the Tiny Bones to get rid of it. They will get a land, which way they can pump. Okay. That was pretty solid. See how they block. They don't. All right. Okay, they got the board right. Don't have targeted removal, unfortunately. We do 4 damage. You know what? Maybe we just attack him with the Tiny Bones. Try to cast the Boroid. Problem with doing that is they're going to have a very good attack step here. We have to double block. Or block 2 of them, I should say. does that give us enough? I guess we can't warp these in. Yeah. So we'd have to triple block. We can't triple block. Thailand Color's going to kill us if we warp it in. That's unfortunate. Good game. Really enjoying the changes to the skeleton deck. I like the Feed the Swarm here. Definitely a better removal because it can go after enchantments as well. The life damage that you get, not a big deal. Saboteur, I've always loved this card. I love having it in here. You have enough removal that usually this doesn't even come into play with putting a +1/+1 counter on something, but it also just has that menace ability to go around. And if they want to burn 2 cards trying to get rid of it, that's fine with me. And then you also have the Faithful. This thing's a beast. It's removal built into a creature. You can't argue with that. Does give your opponent 2 cards, but if you're going fast enough, that really doesn't matter because it can only cast so much. Long game, obviously, it's not the greatest, but you are not playing for the long game in this deck. So very fun. If you could, hit that subscribe button below. Post new deck videos every single day. If you could also hit that like button and comment below how you like seeing the new skeletons. Have a fantastic day.